So it is Monday and it is the start of week 22. And yes, before anyone asks, I'm in my pajamas. It's about 7 o'clock, half past six on Monday night. And I've had a long day. It's been an easy day and a hard day in some situations. What are you doing? It's officially the start of week 22. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I've not had an easy day today. The round ligament pain has been round ligament paining. I don't know whether or not it's because of my stretches and exercises yesterday. What are you about to spittle at me? This is the father of my child, people. I don't even know where that's gone. There it is. But I've had round ligament pain on the right hand side for majority of the day. It's actually been quite difficult to walk because of it. So I decided today was going to be a rest day. So instead I'm eating my tea, which I've got my usual egg, noodles and broccoli, even though I've already ate all the broccoli because I like to try and eat vegetables first because otherwise I get a bit silly and don't eat them. So instead tonight I'm actually just going to do a shed load of video editing and rest and try and, I want to say stretch out the pain, but that might be a bad idea. I'm just going to try and let the pain fix itself. But I have been slightly concerned today. Little's not been as wriggly the last few days and I don't know whether or not that's cause for concern or whether or not it's just because of their position or they just happen to be sleeping for a few days, or because every now and again I still feel a random jab, but they're nowhere near as noticeable as what they have been the last few days. Gonna give it a few more days to see what happens. Hopefully they'll start punching and jabbing again. Like I said, I do still get the odd jab here and there, but it's very subtle and very rare, but I don't know. But they are moving, or they were moving a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy my food and chill out and do some video editing for the rest of the day, and I will see you tomorrow when I've got a long day at work, but I've got a quiet evening, so I'm hoping to get some exercise done tomorrow. It's Wednesday. No, it's not. It's Tuesday. And I'm shattered, if you can't tell. I am beyond exhausted. And this, I don't get this. It's like the amount of people that say, oh, in the second trimester, the symptoms will start subsiding and you'll have more energy and you'll feel human again. Nonsense. Sheer freaking nonsense. I've had more morning sickness and more exhaustion and fatigue during the second trimester than I ever had in the first trimester. I am so tired right now. I could very easily, very easily just fall asleep. Just fall asleep, as I am. I am finding a bit of a pattern-ish with my tiredness. Minion is very wriggly this morning. I felt them a few times. I don't think they're as wriggly as they could be, but they have been noticeably moving this morning. And I have noticed on the days where they get really wriggly are the days where I seem to have the biggest bouts of exhaustion. On top of that, it's pouring down with rain outside. And I don't want to go to work. I have to go to work. I have no choice in that matter. I don't want to go to work. I'm actually quite grateful for the rain because we have been in the middle of a drought and we desperately need the water. But at the same time, it's just when you're feeling like this, you don't want to go outside and get wet. You want to go back to bed, curl up in your duvet and just gone for the rest of the day. I am so tired. So freaking tired. Oh, I genuinely want nothing more than to go back to bed right now. And it's not often I have these days. It's not often I have the days where I'm so exhausted that I want to go back to bed. But today is one of those days. Today is very much one of those days. But I can't afford to be off work. Genuinely cannot afford to be off work. I am currently right at the very bottom end of my overdraft right now because of the heat waves and the cancellations, people going on holiday or clients going on holiday and then having to take time off for appointments, as well as it being my birthday weekend and Jason's birthday weekend, as well as all the bank holidays. I'm skint. I am beyond skint. This is the worst year I have ever had when it comes to income from my business. And it's been completely out of my control. The heat waves have made it too dangerous to walk the dogs and for me to be out being pregnant. Clients going on holiday I can't prevent. I've currently got one client going on 2-week holiday as we speak, so I'm losing about 160 quid from that. I've had to lose some of my clients because we moved and I'm no longer covering that area. I've lost hundreds from clients going on holiday over the summer holidays, which is normal for me every year, but the heat waves that we have had this year has lost me thousands in income. I'm not even kidding. I'm quite transparent when it comes to money and income and stuff like that. And as a dog walker, I earn on average 24,000 a year, which is not a lot, but it covers the bills and leaves me with money left over to enjoy my hobbies or do what I want on the side. This year, I am currently on track to make 19,000. 19,000. That's the lowest income I have had since the day I started, or since the year I started this business. And it's all been because of the heat waves, or partially because of the heat waves. I have lost so much money due to those heat waves. And that is causing a bit of financial stress. And it's also one of the reasons I'm being so frugal at the moment. I'm being unbelievably, I have not been this frugal since I was a teenager. Because I was stupidly frugal as a teenager, and I'm even more frugal now. Because I just can't afford anything. I genuinely, I'm looking at my bank balance and I'm crying. I feel so bad because it's not even because of the mortgage. It's just been a bad year financially. It's been a great year in several other ways. But it's been a bad year financially. And I don't think that knowledge that I have to go to work, I don't have a choice because I need the money, is getting to me a bit. Oh, sugar. Just got nauseous. That's not helping. Nausea is not helping with right now. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because I really do need to get to work. I did want to jump on here just to say that I did weigh myself this morning because that's something I've been told to do just to make sure that the pregnancy's going ahead as normal. And as we know, I'm not really gaining weight. You can tell by like my face. My face, like I've gone slightly rounder than I was a couple of weeks ago, but I'm still pretty slender in the way of things. And I've gained another 2 kilograms. I'm currently up to 112.4 kilograms, which is good because that extra 2 kilograms, because you can tell it's not on my face or anywhere else, you can know it's on my boobs, it's on the baby, it's on the placenta, it's on the amniotic fluid. It's all positive weight gain, very positive weight gain because it's all baby weight gain and milk preparation weight gain. My boobs are so big now. They are so freaking big. Right, I'm going to stop moaning and rambling. I'm just moaning because I'm tired. That's all it is. I'm just exhausted. I'm going to get going. I'm going to get my boots on, cry a little bit over the fact that I have to go to work. Probably not actually cry, but you know what I mean. And get going. And when I get home, hopefully, I'll have the energy to do a bit of exercise. So we're back home and I have regained a bit of energy after tea. Finished work about 3 o'clock. I got home and there was a ton of mail. Oh my God. And a package. But the mail and the package wasn't for us. They were for the old owner and the old tenants. And there was so much. I think there was like, there must have been 20 letters. Easy 20 letters, all addressed to this house, but none of them addressed towards. In fact, I lie. One was addressed to me and one was addressed to Jason. And that was it. The rest were all for the old owner or the previous tenants. I literally could not believe how much it was. And the package was clearly some sort of clothing, but again was for the previous tenant. And we've had quite a few things happen with him recently. We've had every turn up saying they're here to collect a package for him, and it's like, no, there's no packages here, mate, you got the wrong address. But this is the first time a package has been delivered to our house incorrectly. I gathered up all the letters, I looked online what to do with them, and Royal Mail just said, scratch them out and just say not known at this address, send them back in the post office. So that's exactly what I did. I went through every single one, scribbled out the address, put not known at this address, walked to the post office, which is about a 5-minute walk from here, threw them all in the post box and came home. I didn't really know what to do with the package, so I went online and checked with Every, and they said that I had to contact the seller, which is like, well, you're asking me to, I don't know who the seller is. It's like, it's a black package with the guy's name on and our address. I don't know who sent it, so that's a bit of a problem. But then my neighbour actually came knocking on my door, and we've got really, really lovely neighbours here. And I mean like the most amazing neighbours. They are so nice, so sweet, so kind. They bring my bins in for me. We have chats and they're always asking me how we're getting on. And I'm constantly saying like, are you sure you can't hear the animals? And like, no, we can't hear the birds screaming. We can't hear the cat screaming. The walls are a lot thicker than they look, even though it's a terrace. And we are, honestly, we've got the loveliest neighbours. We really, really do. They bring our packages in for us. We bring their packages in for them if they're not home. And they're so lovely. We honestly have some of the loveliest neighbours going so far, and it's just so nice. But one of my neighbours came over, and it turns out he actually has the contact number, or the old owner, the old tenant of this property has the contact number for our neighbour. Luckily, I actually texted him and said, I've got a package that's been delivered to next door, aka his old address, our new address. Is there any chance you can ask to see if it's been delivered, or knock on and see if it's been delivered? So our neighbour came over and just said, is there any chance this has been delivered? I was like, yep, here it is, take it, it's all yours, don't care. it's out of my hands. So long as you know who it's going to, he's coming here to collect it from you. That's fine. Take it, don't want it, get rid of it, get it out of my house. Then went upstairs, got the girls out, did some training with them, spent an hour just chilling with them. Got myself something to eat, started video editing. The food definitely helped perk me up. As you can see, I'm still pretty tired, but I've got a lot more energy than I did this morning. I was so tired during work. I was exhausted. I was really, really struggling with my dog walks. I was struggling to drive. My brain was all over the place. I just wanted my bed. But now that I've eaten, I do have a bit more energy. I have been in video editing zone for like 2 hours straight. Jason's just come home. Hi, my love. Like I was saying, I've actually been stuck in video editing mode for the last 2 hours, and I'm still in video editing mode. I am, like, the desire to edit videos is strong right now, but I do need to get some exercise done today. I don't want to get too much done because of how tired I am, but I want to do something, at least stretching, if nothing else, and maybe a bit of calisthenics. I'm not going to do my Tom Morrison mobility training today because I think that'll be a bit too much for me. So I'm going to do the calisthenics basics. So push-ups, squats, tricep dips, pull-up training. I'm going to do some chin-up, reducing, and then practicing with some wrist work. So obviously not doing any hand balancing, sadly, or any frog stands because I'm too high risk of falling, not allowed to do that. But I am going to do some wrist work as well, just try and get my wrist working, and maybe some balance work just to work on my balance because my balance is changing with the pregnancy, and then some stretching at the end. That's what we're going to do tonight. Right, that's me done for the night. Like I said, I didn't want to do too much, but I actually did quite a lot. I did 10 reps of each of my exercises, which I was quite happy with considering I did 5 reps the other day. So being able to do 10 was good. Although technically it does mean I should be progressing on to the next stage. So for the push-ups, I probably need to make them even more inclined. And for the pull-ups, I probably need to make them even more vertical, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel next time I do some exercise. I also need to increase my sets. I know I need to increase my sets, but again, I am exhausted and I'm still at the very beginning stages again. I'm an extra, currently 6 kilograms heavier than when I first started doing my training at the start of 2024. So I do have that to consider. My chest is a lot bigger, my belly is a lot bigger, so I do have that to consider. And I'm not allowed to push myself too hard due to being pregnant, so I do have to take that into consideration as well. So I'm trying not to overly push myself, but I'm also hoping to make some minor progress and at least get the foundations in place for after baby arrives, so I can really go full throttle over my maternity leave, but we'll see. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to leave that here and I will catch up with you guys. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I aim to make my videos about 20 to 30 minutes long, so if we're not there yet, I'll see you in a few seconds. If we are there yet, then I'll see you in the next video. Let's find out which one it is. Good morning everyone, so it is week 22, day 2. If you struggled sleeping during your first trimester, the second trimester is a good time to catch up. Nonsense. Granted you get more sleep in the second trimester than the first, but you still don't get as much. Most women find that their nausea has subsided and their hormones have leveled off. Well, yeah, making for a good night's sleep easy to achieve. Now, I do agree that the nausea might wear off for a lot of women. It certainly has for me, to an extent, minus the days that I have morning sickness when baby's going through a growth spurt. But the heartburn, this acid reflux that you have going on because the amount of relaxing going through your body is just, it's not nice. Not nice. Not nice at all. Don't like it. And yes, I still have phlegm issues. Apparently it is hormonal. Some women get it, some women don't. I'm one of the unfortunate few that get it. It's raining again today. It is very, 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 very drizzly out there, which in a way is nice because we do need the rain. But we do seem to have a small pool of water developing in our back garden, which is a little worrying. We don't seem to have very good drainage in our back garden, which we might need to fix because I don't want the house flooding with surface water. So it's a new day. It is now Wednesday. And I've got to go on my dog walk today, which, as you can imagine with the weather, is going to be fun. I've got 3 walks in total with 2 dogs on each walk. I was really hoping to split it back down to 2 walks with 3 dogs on each walk. But unfortunately, 4 of my dogs today are on lead and 2 of them are the bigger dogs that pull like crazy. And I am not having a repeat of yesterday. I had 3 of today's dogs on yesterday's walk and my God, trying to put those 3 together was a nightmare because the Scotties walk so slowly and then Alfie walks so quickly and they constantly pull me in opposite directions and it's not comfy, especially not on my stomach. I was reading up today on week 23 because anytime I start a new week, I like to get a head start on the following week to get an idea of what to expect. And then I reread it the following week when it actually comes to that week, and then I also get a head start on the following week, on the week after that. And it says that in week 23, baby is going to start getting ready for life on the outside world. They're going to start practicing walking, they're practicing breathing and everything else. And from week 23, week 24 is when I should really start to notice the movements. Like I still notice them a little bit now, but from week 23 is apparently when the movements start becoming very strong. My rib cage is going to expand more as baby starts moving. My lungs are going to expand more, or my lungs are going to get more breathless because of the excess room that baby's taking up. Baby is going to start kicking really strongly from next week, supposedly, to the point where the kicks can be visible on the outside. So I'm really looking forward to that because it means Jason might actually be able to start feeling them. He thinks he might have felt them once or twice, but he can't be sure whether or not that was them or whether or not it was just gas moving through my body. It's like, it was most likely baby, but I can understand why it's hard to tell. It's hard even for a first-time mum to tell which is. And that is exciting, the fact that we might actually start seeing Minion's movements next week. As for this week, I'm grateful for the peace. It's so much quieter this week than in previous weeks. Things have finally settled down. I've got loads of video editing done. I think I've had a video out every day for the last 4 days. And last night I finished editing week 7.1. So I am slowly catching up. I am catching up. I've got basically 2 weeks worth of content edited and uploaded in this last week alone. Because I've done week 5.2, 5.3, week 6, week 7.1, and I'm hoping to get week 7.2 done and scheduled today as well. And it's actually quite fun editing back. This is one of the things I like about the fact that I am a little bit far behind, is I can go back and I can relive that time that I'd potentially forgotten. And I had forgotten, it's like, I remember thinking to myself, I had a really easy first trimester, but then looking back at the video, I really didn't. It was actually quite challenging between my hay fever and being so busy. I was so busy during my first trimester. I didn't have any time to rest. I didn't have any time to settle down. I was constantly exhausted, not because of the pregnancy, but because of how busy I was. And then I was so easily angered during that time. So easily angered. I didn't even realise. Anyway, that's enough ranting from me this morning, because let's be honest, these vlogs are getting too chatty recently. I am going to eat my breakfast, which is the nice big bowl I bought in a minute ago. Chop some dog treats, because I really need to get some dog treats chopped in preparation for work. And then I need to go out in the pouring rain. I do have one slight problem though. Because of my growing chest and my growing belly, my raincoat that I use for dog walking doesn't close anymore. In fact, I can only just about fasten 3 buttons to allow it to fit me all the way around. And when it's raining this heavily, you get kind of wet. You really do get kind of wet, because you can't stop the rain from getting through the coat because of the gaps in between. I wouldn't mind. I do actually have another raincoat in the cupboard that I could wear, which I intentionally got slightly bigger because at the time I was a bigger person anyway and I was struggling to lose the weight. I say struggling, I've got to a point where I don't care about the weight now, but you know what I mean. So I could use that coat, possibly, but it's cream and I don't want to get it dirty with the dogs. And I know I bought it for that reason. I bought it because it was a better raincoat and they only had a cream option, even though I tried my best to get a green one. I really don't want to get it dirty with the dogs because it's so nice and I want to save it for next year. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So it's now Wednesday evening and I've had such a productive day. I am so happy. I got home a bit later than I wanted, which is not ideal. Oh, I'm about to run out of string. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I got home a bit later than I wanted, which the traffic was worse than I thought. My last group of dogs was so annoying. They did not make that walk easy at all. They were pulling me left, right and centre. They were making things difficult. They were just yanking on my stomach and it's just, oh, it got to a point where I actually very nearly lost my temper with them. Thankfully I didn't. I was very close to losing my temper with them because they were putting a lot of pressure on the stomach and it was getting quite painful. Dry is just finished. And then I've got home and I have spent some time with my girls. I spent some time with Jason, did some video editing, done lots of video editing tonight. I managed to video edit the entirety of 7.2 or week 7.2, which I am so happy about because that was a good half an hour long video. And I managed to get it all edited tonight and I even managed to get a start on week 8.1. I say 0.1 because the footage alone is like an hour and 45 minutes. Granted though, there is some calisthenics training or exercise training in that one, so that's probably going to go down probably 2 half-an-hour videos, I'm not sure, but I'm still very happy I managed to get a whole video edited and uploaded and scheduled and thumbnailed and even managed to make a start on my next video before 9 o'clock, which is just, that is so productive for me. That is ridiculously productive for me. And I even actually managed to have time or managed to stop myself and come off at 9 o'clock so that I can do some crochet in preparation for bedtime, which I've not been able to do crochet for a few days now, so I have been missing it. I'll be honest, it's like I'm loving crochet, but my God, when you're making a clothing piece like I am, I'm currently making a scarf. Don't tell me friend, but it's for her for Christmas. It's one of those, it's one of my test patterns, it's one of my test goes, but I do hope to give it to her for, or as a Christmas present. Did I do the 2 bits at the end? This is the most annoying part of crochet. is when you're not sure where you're up to and what you've done. I didn't do the double loop, that's what it was. Unwind it a bit, start that bit again. This is one of the nice things about crochet. It's a bit like video editing. You can just realise where you've messed up, go back, fix it and carry on again. My friend Simone has ended up going down the amigurumi route, which is like the little toys that people make or the little plushies that people make, which she is so good at. She is so freaking good at. Plushies at the moment just look amazing. They really, really do. Whereas I've gone down more of the clothing route with Minion on the way. I want to do like baby blankets and baby clothes and baby booties and at this point scarves just for practice, because I felt like a scarf was going to be a good one for size, because blankets take a long time. Blankets take a really long time. So I thought making a scarf would be a good starter for getting used to or getting an idea of just how much time it might actually take me. And just from lack of time because of video editing and going to see my granddad and exercise and work and everything in between, it has taken me a long time. It's taken me like over a month just to get to this point in the scarf, and it's like nowhere near finished. The string is though. Like this point of the yarn is almost finished. I'm going to have to add another yarn ball on. Give me a sec. How was it too? I can't remember. At least I've got my string attached now. My yarn, even, whatever it is. So anyway, like I said, I came off my video editing at 9, started doing some crochet. Clothing crochet takes a damn long time. This has took so long already and I'm barely even halfway through. I need to make this at least a lot longer than what it already is. I'm managing about 2 lines a day, if that, which is not a lot. It's very, very slow, steady progress, but that's just how much time I have available right now. You just have to make do what time you have. But because I've actually been able to get my video editing done early today, or get a video finished today, I've been able to come off slightly early and I've actually got an hour to do some crochet and actually make some progress on this damn thing. Some actual progress. At least I would make some progress if it went over the right hooks and loops and loop-de-doops. But yeah, things are going well. Things are going very well. I've taken tonight as a rest day. I was thinking about doing some exercise, but I'm still a little bit stiff from the exercises yesterday. Stiff will probably be the wrong word. Because of all the pulling that the dogs did to me today, I was a bit wary of overdoing it, if that makes sense. I didn't want to risk pulling any muscles or causing any damage or any injury. To take it steady for pregnancy. Not allowed to over push myself, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, this is the hard bit because this is where the cords reattach. Why you got stuck? This is not the easy bit. This is the bit where all the cords reattach. So it's like fiddly. It's fiddly when you get to this point. You're trying to weave it all goddamn in. How's that happened? This is not going well. I've gone backwards instead of forwards and forwards instead of backwards. Oh, you stupid idiot. So, as I was saying, this is taking forever, especially because of scenarios like this where you've got to bloom in cross wire and blend in the loops and it goes all tatty and annoying if you don't get it quite right. There we go. Right, we did it. We've got them blended in. You can't really tell too badly. Not too badly. You can tell a little bit, but it's not terrible. I decided to have today as a rest day because of the dogs pulling me like crazy and not wanting to injure myself. So instead, I am crocheting for an hour before bed in order to wind down, and I do need to get an early night's sleep tonight because I've got 3 walks to do in the morning because I refuse to walk those 3 dogs together again tomorrow. They have been nothing but a nightmare all week between the 3 of them. Like on their own, like when it's just 2 of the dogs and 1 of the dogs, it's not too bad, but when all 3 of them get together, it's disastrous. They're good dogs, but 1 walks at the speed of lightning and the other 2 walk at a snail's pace, which just doesn't work well. Doesn't work well as a whole. Anyway, I'm going to continue with this and get this done, so to speak. Sorry, I'm not at a stage yet where I can actually look at the camera very much while doing it. I'm still practicing. I'm still technically a noob when it comes to all this crochet stuff. I'm not one of those that can actually just blindly look away while they're actually crocheting. I do have to still quite a lot look at what I'm doing, which is very annoying. We're getting there. We are getting there with the crochet. I was debating whether or not to actually start a crochet channel so that I could actually record my progress for stuff like this. And then I thought about it a lot, and I did actually create a channel at one point temporarily, just in case I had that idea that I did want to do a crochet channel. And I ended up deciding against it and decided that, you know what, crochet is just going to be my hobby. I might do a little bit in a vlog like this now and again, or maybe during a story time or something. But I think crochet is just going to be for me. I think it's going to be a hobby that I just enjoy on the side, away from social media, away from YouTube. It's just going to be my hobby. And like I said, who knows, I might actually show you guys when it's finished, or when I might tell you guys when I'm starting a new project, show you what it looks like when it's finished, how it's getting on. That'll be about it. I'll just like mix it in with the vlogs. As for tomorrow is a very busy day. I'm probably not going to be able to get any exercise done tomorrow. I don't even think I'll be able to get any vlogging done tomorrow, because I've got a super busy day at work with 3 walks. And then in the afternoon, come on, I've got BSL choir, because I'm hopefully starting a sign language course in October. And I say hopefully because I've still not received any information or news on it. So I'm not too sure if it's actually going ahead. I have booked in for it. I have paid for it. However, I got told on Monday that they don't have enough people signed up to the course, so that there's a chance that the course might not be going ahead, which is not ideal, because if I do want to get to interpreter level sooner rather than later, I could really do with that course going ahead. So I may have to consider having a look online and see if I can try and do an online level 2 course, which is annoying because I put my name down on a wait list for 5 different BSL level 2 courses. 5. Not one of them got back to me. I even chased them several times. Some of them didn't even respond to me. It's infuriating. It's like, how the heck is anyone meant to learn sign language or get to interpreter level if they're not actually contacting you back to actually do the courses in the first place? It's like, granted, the courses were probably full, or I was further down in the waitlist, and the waitlist is bigger than what I realised, but it's like, come on, the courtesy you could have had to just say, really sorry, the course is already full for this semester or for this period, we'll let you know when the next one is. That alone would have been nice. That alone would have been so lovely. But no, didn't get anything like that, I'm afraid. Right, I'm going to finish this here for the night, depending on, again, how long this vlog is so far. I will either see you in a few seconds, or I will see you in the next video. I don't yet know, but I am going to enjoy the rest of my chill night as a chill night. So I will see you soon.